to the massive impact social media and technology are having on the notary industry. The rise of the smart notary is in full effect. Are you prepared for the inevitable changes, or will you become obsolete? Nationwide notary agency owner Tiger Toledo shows you exactly how to leverage opportunities that currently exist. Through real-life examples, personal stories, insight, and examples, Tiger shares how he took his small one-man traveling notary service to a nationwide success using the same technology available to you. Rise of the Smart Notary will teach you how to take advantage of today's opportunities. Provide strategies and tips for using social media. Breakdown of the traditional way versus the new way of doing business. How you can exploit the opportunities that exist today. Tiger will also teach you how to work smarter, not harder. Explain top mistakes notaries make with their business. Provide immediate steps you can take towards success. Grab your copy today. It will change your life.
How about now? Type in 1 if you guys can see my screen that says Notary Cafe. It's a chat button. Okay, perfect. Okay. So when you guys are getting phone calls from a client, right? Let me try to expand this. Let's say, I'm gonna try to do a quick run through. Client calls you. Hi, I need a notarization done. I have a power of attorney that needs to get done in Chicago, Illinois. You live in California. First thing you need to do is let them know that you require a 3 to 4 hour lead time, okay? 3 to 4 hour lead time. That gives you enough time to find a notary in your area. So once they understand that, hey, you can't just say, hey, I want to book an appointment and I'll have somebody at your house in like the next 10 minutes. That's not how it works. They're going to have to move around and find somebody else. You're going to have to let them know what your lead time is. Okay, you need a power of attorney. Now, those that have my call script, they understand this. If you don't have my call script, we'll work things out on that. So you're going to ask them some very valuable questions, right? You're going to say, okay, is this a medical or a financial power of attorney that you're getting? Financial. Okay. And what state do you live in? And they'll tell you the state, or better yet, get the zip code. And I'm gonna tell you why you get the zip code, because right here on Notary Cafe, you can type in the zip codes, right? So you get the zip code. Let's say the zip code is 60617. Now, what I'm showing you here is you can literally run your agency from your phone. You don't need a laptop. You don't need to be in front of a desktop, be sitting in front of your damn computer all day. You can be doing this over your phone. I repeat, you can run your notary agency from your phone. That's what I teach. That's what I do. Okay. Let's say they say 60617. Now, of course, you can search this after you get off the phone call, but let me show you how easy it is. 60617. You hit search. All the notaries in that 60617 will pop up. Boom. As you guys can see, there is no shortage of notaries. No shortage of notaries at all. Look, page 1 of 22. There's 216 results. That is a lot of competition. That makes sense? That's a lot of goddamn competition. When you have a notary agency, you are at the top of the food chain. Point blank. There's a lot of notaries out there that want to know how to build the agency. They just don't know where to go to. There's nobody teaching it. Nobody's really showing people how to build a notary agency. I'm showing you guys how to do that. And I'm glad this circle is so small, because we don't want a lot of people in this, right? We don't want a lot of people doing what we do. Heck, we like this air. This air is better up here. It's not a lot of people here. Down here, it's 216 of them joints. So we're going to use sites like Notary Cafe, 123 Notary, Notary Rotary to our advantage. The normal or traditional way notaries use these sites is to actually just put their information in there, and then hopefully somebody finds them, likes their picture, and then goes with their services if the price is right. We're going to use it completely differently. We're going to use this as our own personal Rolodex. Our own personal Rolodex, our own database. So what you do is you look down here and be like, oh, okay, Marissa Coleman. Now, when you're doing this, I always go after pro, because when I see this pro, that means that they actually spent a little money to have their profile show up a little bit higher than a person that's not a pro. doesn't have the pro membership. So because they spent a little money, I will take their business seriously. The second thing I'll look at is how much of their profile they had completed. Here she has 72%. That's still good. That's in teaching terms, what would that be? Like a C, right? But Miss Manning over here, she got 80%. You got Melinda Kennedy, she got 96%. It probably would be 100% if she put a photo there, right? So now Elvis, he's at 56%. That's failing in my eyes. Although he has a pro, that's failing, right? So you want to look at pro, and then you want to look at their percentage. Now, let's just say I want to go with Manning, right? I'm going to click on her. And again, you could do this right on your phone, I'll skim through this real quick because let's be honest, a lot of people lie their ass off. This ain't nothing but sales copy. So they could say, yeah, I've done 1,000 real estate transactions. Heck, I've never done a real estate transaction and I put 1,000. That shows you that this don't mean shit, right? Do you care about the person having business email? Only when it's a client reaching out to me. So if a client says, hey, I work for a title company, we need a notarization done at so-and-so, and then they send me an assignment through a Gmail, that's a big red flag for me. Because I'm like, if you work for a title company or escrow company and you sending it through a Gmail, you might not pay me. So that's when I look at business email. But as far as like notaries, no, I don't expect them to. That's advanced level shit. Okay, so I'll look a little bit at, and then I'll start calling them. The best way to find out if this notary is worth anything is to reach out and talk to them. Now, I've had notaries where I talk to, and no shade to Indiana, but god damn, I don't know what's in the water over there in Indiana. Indiana gives me a hard time. But Indiana, Baltimore, I talked to one guy. This nigga must have had a Boost mobile phone and he can only answer the phone underwater or some shit. And something told me, I was like, man, don't fuck with him. But I needed that notarization done. And he gets to the appointment house, right? And he literally calls me back and tries to renegotiate the deal while he is in front of the client. Completely unprofessional, right? And I'm like, dude, are you negotiating terms with me in front of the client? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to get some more money, man. It looked like there's half a document more and shit. I was like, dude, at least step outside and then we could talk about it, or do the notarization and then we'll talk about it afterward. Don't do it in front of the client. That makes us all look unprofessional. Okay, oh yeah, you're right. Needless to say, I never use his ass again. I would never refer him, never use him again, right? But I knew better because his phone was janky. If your phone is janky and you know what I mean? Like, you're like, what? Speak louder, I can't hear you. That is a clear indication, like, you need to move down the list and find somebody else. Another sign, another red flag is sometimes these people answer their phone very unprofessionally. Like I'm a creditor or some shit. Like, hi, can I speak to Anatria Manning, please? Who's this? Who's asking? are you a notary? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I'm a notary. Yeah, I'm a notary. Like, what the fuck? They're now, not everybody's gonna be like that, but I just want to stress the importance of you getting on the phone with them to just talk to feel them out. A lot of you guys are already good judge of character already, so use that to your advantage. If you grew up in the hood, you're even more of a great judge of character because you know who to stay away from, who not to do business with, right? So use those instincts to your advantage, because if you hire people, you want them to be able to look for those red flags as well. Get a virtual phone forwarded your mobile, so you know. Yeah. So Cheryl said, get a virtual phone number forwarded to your mobile, so you know it is a business call. Yeah, definitely, or something. But you see what I mean? It's little things like that to add an extra line that would be like $10 to add, so you can always answer your phone professionally. So you can continue, because when these law firms and title companies, escrow companies, you know, all these guys are calling, perception is huge on their end. So if you're like, you know, it sounds like you at the nightclub and you answering the phone, or like I said, if the kids are screaming in the background, it doesn't put you in a favorable light. I recommend getting a business phone, and you never have to try to answer that phone that way. Absolutely. Getting a dedicated business phone. And then heck, Google Voice. You could go to Google Voice and get a free number. It's free, literally free. You could get a free phone number that goes directly to your cell phone. So every time your phone rings, you know it is a business call. Go to googlevoice.com and get a free number. It's priceless. It's priceless. Trust me. So yeah, I would go down, I'd look at her numbers, I would see, and I really don't call the work number, alternate number, stuff like that. And I don't even care if they put, they prefer the work number first. I go straight for the mobile number. I go directly to the mobile number, right? And the reason why I do that is because everybody has their damn mobile phone on them, right? So even if I can't get a hold of them through the phone call, I can send them a text. Hi, this is, and a lot of you guys know me as Mark. Hi, this is Mark from U.S. Notary Agency. Just wanted to see if you had any availabilities for notarization tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And I'll text them something like that, right? Boom, send it out. And if they respond, great. If they don't, I'm already on to the next person anyway. Why? Because there's no shortage. Any questions about this so far? Any questions about the Notary Cafe? That's the same thing that you could do over here with 123, as you guys can see right here. I'll type in 60617. So you always want to get the clients, you want to get the zip code. And then boom, 6061. So this ain't even that many for these guys, but I blame their website. Look how dated this website looks. Like shit, dude. This is like some early 2000 type of website here. But see, here go Manning. She's there again. She is there again. Shout out to Ananitria Manning for putting herself on multiple platforms. Let me tell you something. Write this shit down, what I'm about to tell you. It takes seven touch points for you to convince a person to want to do business with you. Sometimes it takes less, but 7 is the magic number. So what does a 7 touch point look like? You see how we went on Notary Cafe? She's here. Then we went on to 123 Notary. She's here again. This is already convincing me that she must be pretty good. Let's take a look at Notary Rotary now. Again, another dated ass site. 60617. Let's see if she pops up here too. Okay, so they have more of a selection here. She's not on this list at all. But if she was here, it would make an even stronger impression on whoever's trying to seek a notary. Okay, so yeah, be consistent on all platforms. And some of you guys may have multiple emails. Use that to your advantage. He loves it. And I'm going to be making my switch over to the Vonage real soon as well. But yeah, these are your directories. You see how many directories you guys have? You got 1, 2, and 3. You got 3 directories. There's a plethora of notaries in these things right here. Whether it was Indiana, Texas, California, I have no problem ever finding a notary. Ever. Okay? Yeah, GoDaddy's another good one. So once you do the call script and you're getting the information from the client, right? Another way to upsell is to ask them, hey, for your document, do you require a third-party witness? Now, this is an extra bump on your transaction. So if they say, yeah, you know what, we do need a third-party witness. Now, third-party witness, what constitutes a third-party witness? Someone that is non-related and not married into the family. So a lot of clients do not want their friends in their business like that. That makes sense? So if I'm getting a will done or I'm getting a trust done, even though I've been cool with Mr. Jones that lives next door, I'm not comfortable having him in my business like that. So a lot of times they will ask you to bring a third-party witness with you, and you can upcharge them. You can charge them more money to provide a third-party witness. And then all you have to do is ask that same notary, hey, Miss Manning, are you able to provide a third-party witness? We'll be more than happy to pay X amount of dollars for that third-party witness, whatever you decide that you think is feasible. I charge the client $47 for a third-party witness, and then the notary usually agrees at $25, which, you know, it's a good little split. And again, the client is happy, whoever's contracting it is happy, the notary, the witness is happy, because all they had to do was sign one piece of paper and they made $25 in like 3 minutes. So they're loving it. They're like, hey, heck, by the time you're done, they'll probably say, hey, if you ever need me to be a witness on anything else, you make sure you give me a call, right? Because they're like, this shit was easy money. It was easy money. So now, as you can see, you're growing your empire from just you to having a database of notaries all across the United States. And now you're actually employing additional people with a third-party witness. Money, 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 money. Okay, so once you get the notary, so what I'll usually do is I'll use Marissa here. I'll say, Marissa, we have a client. Hi, well, first I'll start off the phone call. Hi, Marissa, this is Mark with US Notary Agency. We have a client in your neck of the woods that needs a document notarized Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Do you have any availabilities? She'll tell me yes or no. If she says no, okay, well, thank you. If anything else comes up in the future, we'll definitely let you know. Sometimes we'll be like, you know, sometimes before you even get off the phone, they'll ask you, well, how do I sign up for your database? There go your ecosystem again. Have them, and I'll show you guys that. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I'm gonna take you guys to my website. So this is my website, right? So if someone were to go and they wanted to be on my database, I would tell them to scroll all the way down. And then they're going to see a part where it says join our team. They click on that. And remember, it's all about building your own ecosystem, right? Because we have to treat Notary Cafe, 123 Notary, and Notary Rotary the same way we would treat Facebook and Instagram. What if they go under? What happens to our business? We can't give that much power to another company. That's crazy. So here you'll see drive and stamp, and then it'll say select your region, East Coast, Midwest, West Coast. They click on that, and again, you guys go on my website and copy this shit. I don't care. Again, it's a relay race. It's a relay race. It's not a marathon. I'm not running this by myself. I want people out there killing it. Like we're building warriors and gladiators out there so we can take over this shit. So here it is. This is what it looks like. It's gonna ask for their first, last name. We usually pay them through PayPal. Sometimes people want Cash App. Some people want a check, money order, whatever. We'll get the money to them. Phone number. We'll also ask them how many languages they speak. Sometimes they speak different languages. And you're like, oh, okay, I got a Spanish speaking person right here. I'll have them get in contact with you. This is very important. The top 3 documents that they specialize in. Again, we're not looking for the jack of all trades. We want people that specialize in certain type of things. So like for me, it will be power of attorney. I don't do the real estates per se, but I real comfortable with power of attorney, quitclaim deeds, and a trust. So I would type that in. Which state are you commissioned in? And then they could select the state. They're going to put their commission number here. When their commission expires, so we are alerted, so we know not to give them an assignment because their commission expired, right? What their E&O insurance policy, the value of it, because some of them have $1 million policies. What type of printer that they have. If they have an ink and your client requires a laser, I'm not going to give you that assignment. So it's the process of elimination, right? Which days and hours are you available to work? Very helpful. How long have you been a notary? And I don't know. I think I'm gonna just leave this Y over here because it annoys the shit out of people. Additional notes. And then I have my terms of agreement, right? And none of this shit should be a surprise to them because right there in your face, I tell you how much I'm paying you. Here's the fee schedule. If it doesn't fit what you're looking for, don't register. Don't sign up, right? So it's always good to be transparent because you're running a business. You ain't got time to be playing hokey doke and, double dutch with people and shit and have this guy trying to negotiate deals in front of a client. You don't have time for that. You're running a agency at this point. So you guys can see the price there. General notarizations, I'm paying about $40, and I usually pay a little bit more than that, but I know if they agree to those prices, I have a winner on my hands where I can really get a good profit margin, right? Second notary documents, an additional $10 if the client fails to show to the appointment, I'm going to pay you $25 off the rip anyway. Real estate completed documents. $75, and then minimum $75, and then it goes up from there. And of course, like when you're talking to these clients, there's so many ways that you can upcharge them. For instance, title company calls. Let's just say I start off at the minimum, $75. You need real estate documents done. Okay, well, client, do you require scan backs? Yes, we require scan backs. Cha-ching. Would you like us to FedEx your documents for you too? Yes, we would like them FedEx. Cha-ching. Everything's a la carte. What's another thing? Would you like us to print out the documents for you, for your client? Yes, cha-ching. Would you like us to print out the document, an extra copy for your client? Oh yeah, never thought of that. Okay, no problem. Cha-ching. You see what I mean? You see how that price goes up from the $75? You want expedited? Exactly, Tech. You need your is this an expedited assignment? Like you need this within the next hour or two? Cha-ching, 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 right? I'm really good at tax your ass on that. Is this something that we need special clearance for? Like Tech said earlier, a hospital or military base or something like that? Yep, cha-ching. Is there free parking, or do I have to pay to be in a parking lot or pay meter? Not sure, you might have to check. Okay, where did you say this assignment was again? Oh, downtown Chicago? Cha-ching! You see what I mean? All of these are upsells. All of these are upsells. It just goes up higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. So the next one is notary must wait at least 30 minutes before notifying U.S. Notary Agency of a no-show. So now this never happened. I've never had a client not show up for their notarization. But if there was a case, the notary would have to wait at least 30 minutes. If it happened, we have our SOP, right?
Hey, baby.
Please
hey, baby.
Mute your phone, please. Okay. Second or reschedule appointment due to notary error, I ain't paying you shit. It's your fault. Right? So, 0. And then they submit it. They'll check this box right here saying that they agree to the terms and conditions, and then they'll submit. Boom. Then it's going to take them to another page where it asks them to send a photo ID and their commission certificate. That way we can verify that they are who they say they are and they are real notaries. Last thing you want to do is have someone that say they're a notary and they're really not a notary. So any questions about this form? You guys can access this on usnotaryagency.com. I'll even put it up here. Your questions, if you have any questions about this so far. Okay, so I put that in the chat for everybody. What type of system are you using for your site? So I have my site on WordPress, and the site that I use to get people's information, like this opt-in form, I use a company called Aweber. So Aweber is the one that I use. Let's go to the beginning part of the web.